Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of my chair build. In this, hopefully the last part I do is when I finally finish all this. I've cut all I need to cut, all I need to do is sand, put in a few screws, do some gluing, cut the legs, and then we'll be laughing. Pretty good chair, I hope. So, as usual, I will start this part with explaining what I've actually done with these two pieces. So, I'll bring the camera over here and we can have a look. So not much has happened with this piece right now, but this piece on the other hand, I had to glue the sides because they were falling apart, but I think I mentioned that in the last part. This I did. I actually more specifically, my dad cut a slant piece, so when it goes onto that, it's going to be sort of slanted, because I actually like those. Has to do with my back problems and such. Yeah, but he didn't want to be filmed when he was doing this, so first thing I'm gonna actually do, I'm gonna cut these. These are the legs. You may notice them from the pieces of my hiking stick that I did a few months back. Normally you would cut this apart with a chainsaw, but unfortunately mine is out of action, so I'm gonna be doing it with a disc saw. It's not deep enough, so what I'm gonna have to do is cut it, turn it around, and then cut it again. Because that's my leg, that's the other leg, and then the other log that's required is over there. That one I will. Don't worry, as usual with cutting, I'll do it as a time lapse. In case you guys are noise sensitive, just turn the volume down. Yeah. So let's get to it. I say that a lot. And with that, we are left with 4 chair legs and a remainder of 2 small wog looking things. I realize apparently wog is a euphemism for some sort of Australian dude. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they're all 60 mils, so but like everything else, I have to spend the better part of an hour sanding. And in case you're wondering, you're probably wondering about the hard hat. Nothing's gonna fall on me, I know. But when I actually completed my white card, I haven't gotten the card itself in the mail yet. A while ago, believe me, this video has been going on. You think this video has gone on for a while, 20 minutes or so? I actually, believe it or not, I started this video November 13th. So, I've had a lot of stuff going on. Believe me, this has just been a side project. I decided to complete it today, given the fact it's the 24th of December, the day before Christmas. as a special request from, I think it's the 3 family members that happen to be my subscribers. I think I have 14 at the moment. I'm familiar with, I think I know about 4 subscribers. One of them being a long distance friend, the other one's their family members and such. And I think also my cousin, who was a carpenter. If you are watching, hi Michael and Tyler. Tyler is his new wife. So if I'm saying this correctly, and forgive me if I'm not, but shout out to Michael and Tyler. I don't know if I did those, if I'm doing it correctly or not. But I am going to start sanding these, everything. And I will show you a bit of some of the sanding. And then we'll conclude it with me assembling the chair. And then hopefully I'll end this video with me actually sitting on said chair. You never know. Okay, I'm gonna get to it. So close to changing it that way. Again. So, let's switch out the hats to the JCM hat and get to it. Now, after about an hour of sanding these to the point where they're smooth, but they still have their wood-like thing, I imagine this design will actually be interesting. I believe at the first, when people first actually see this, they're gonna be like, oh, the chair looks like a piece of trash, and it, it's true. Technically, all recycled materials are, but then they're gonna have a closer look at the logs and the wood, and then they're gonna be like, oh, it actually looks pretty nice and such. So, when they say that in front of me, I'm going to smile and then say, that's how I do things. Something to do. So we assemble now. Just trying to get this out of the way. Also gonna grab these as sort of like a thing. Over there. Up there. I did glue it. I did glue the back. This. Sorry for the wind again. But what are you gonna do? Alright. Now, if it works correctly, I'm gonna actually drill it. Just bear with me on this. I was actually thinking of doing this as a time lapse, but then I think to myself, you know what? It'd be nice to have a chat with my loyal subscribers, viewers, and people. I don't know. But one thing we have to note is that side is where the back is. This is the back, this is the front. So conveniently, I actually plan to put a cushion on the thing, so if I actually write something on it, you'd not know. Like, this is actually gonna have my name on it. Even if I, whatever I end up doing with this, whether or not I sell it, or I keep it, or I pass it off as a gift, something like that. There's my life. So, little bit of blue. Yeah, the last time I did a project like this on the ground, it's actually interesting. I was restoring a chair, not building one this time. We're there. And I looked over onto my leg because that's where my phone was. And there was a spider crawling up my leg. Hang on, give me a second. Ugh. This thing might turn out to be a bit wobbly. Anyway, back to the thing. Does anyone know what arachnophobia is? The fancy way of saying fear of spiders. Now, I admit to the fact that I do fear spiders. I mean, you would. I actually read a chapter. I don't know if you've ever read it, Billy Connolly's biography. He's a Scottish fellow. You probably know him. Know of him, sorry. And, he came to Australia, and in the chapter, he said, Australians are a bunch of brave bastards. Because, everything essentially, apparently, tries to kill you. I mean, he's not far off. Just avoid places, sharks, snakes. I don't think spiders. From what I read, a spider bite, someone, 50, 40 years since someone's died from a spider bite. That's coming along. Yeah. What else? Yeah, anyway. So what I was saying before, spider bite. a spider. There was a spider on my knee when I was removing wood. It was a small spider, something about the same, not even a 50-cent piece, something about that size. I don't know what spider it was, but I just reacted. I just went, shook it away. Yeah. See, the thing is, I run the idea. God. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this. Oops. They don't bother. I always, and I'm guessing it's the same with everyone else for when it comes to spiders. You aren't afraid of them. You don't bother me, I don't bother you, sort of thing, situation. This is gonna take some work. It's falling over. So far, that one hasn't. That one is. And I notice because most of them are different on the side. Might have to cut these down to a level. Yeah. Well, since these are the angled ones, these could be the back, and then these ones, being the straight ones, would be the front, you know? Oh boy. Oh no, this is the straight one. None of it, nothing. Please excuse me while I freak out. So, a bit of an update in trying to assemble said thing. Yes, I did freak out, like I said. That has happened. I am probably gonna have to require professional help. My thought is that I wanted to film the assembly, but unfortunately the building of said chair has been a lot harder than that of assembling the chair. So it pains me to say it, I am going to have to build the chair off camera, and then I'll show it to you afterwards. As you can I did expect a little health problems, because, you know, they're logs, so they're not exactly straight all the time. But I thought I got past it with a little bit of sanding. So, My dad is the professional that I asked. He is away doing stuff. In which case, both him and me, we're going to drill the thing that's in the Polaris and assemble the chair, screw the chair, and other stuff if he is able. And if I can, I will also film the assembly if possible. But I'm not hopeful. Dad just doesn't like to be filmed, that's all. Either that or this will be in the next few days. Anyway, I'm gonna go change my shirt because I was not joking when I said I was covered in glue. That's what happens when you build things and then they fall on you. And you build them up again and they fall. Then you build and they fall and build and fall. You get me. See you in a bit. So it took a little bit of time and a little bit of help with from my dad, moral support from my dog Milo, and glue, a lot of glue, and we finally have one, the chair. Ta-da! So it's not entirely completed. When Dad and I actually built it, we decided to add these little braces on it. We're gonna do a bit of screws, put some more screws on it to tighten this, because you can't lean on it and such. And FYI, it's a heavy chair, which means it will endure for a while. And if you don't think I can sit on it, well, you'd be wrong. See, I can't sit on it. And it's actually pretty stable, to be honest. Though I would admit to the fact that it is not complete. Dad and I, when we looked over it as a group. He believes we need to go to Bunnings and grab some brackets that will make the back part more solid so you can lean back in it. But at the moment you can't because it's only been held by 2 thin screws and a bunch of glue. Yeah. And I can only do that in the first week of January because, you know, since today is the 24th, the day after Christmas, then I got Boxing Day, and then I got a few other things to do before New Year's, and then there's New Year's, so I'll be back here in January. On that note, as I said, I won't finish it, but you will get to see the finished product. My plan is to do a video at the start of next year saying what I'm planning on doing for that year. So that will be coming up. Sorry about the wind in the speaker thingy, if you can hear it. With that, but I am gonna finish this video off today. So with that, I would like to say thank you, Dad, for helping me out on your day off to help me build this very stable chair, and the efforts that you'll probably put into it over the course of the first week of January, I would guess. And as I said before, and please forgive me if I'm incorrect in this term, but I would also like to say a shout out to Michael and Tyler, who was enthusiastic about seeing this video, which makes sense. Michael is a carpenter. So, on that note, I'd like to say, before the mower gets that's on the mower, I'd like to say, please like the video and subscribe